The good life, full of fun.
Hey guys, welcome to my kitchen. Another exciting day in my kitchen. Where the heck are we today? We're in my villa in Vico del Gargano, Italy. And I want to first apologize, lighting and sound and such. A little different here, acoustics and lighting here in my kitchen. We didn't bring in all the high-powered professional camera sound equipment here. But I've traveled here for a few weeks, and I wanted to share with you some wonderful recipes. We did a phenomenal recipe yesterday on zucchini flowers and blossoms. So we're real excited about that. But today what we brought you is a great salad recipe. You know, summer is such a wonderful time to have something light and fresh. And in Italy here, it's very hot. Not so humid, but very hot this time of the year. So you don't really want something heavy. So a beautiful summer salad is absolutely delicious. It's something that's a tradition here in Puglia, especially near the sea, Adriatic side of the sea. And that's just going to be essentially a arugula shrimp prosciutto salad. It's absolutely delicious. One of my favorites. Very excited to bring it to you. It's easy, it's fun, it's simple. Everything's fresh, everything we bought here at the market today. So let me go over the ingredients real quick with you. We're going to shoot over the stove. I'll show you how to cook the shrimp, and then we'll pop it together and we're ready to eat it. And like I said, it's absolutely delicious. So what do we need here? Well, first we're going to want, for our salad, we're going to want an arugula. Now arugula is, this is a baby arugula. Oh, and it's beautiful. You know, it's herba, if you will. You know, it's grassy, but it's got that pepper flavor and a little bit of bitterness. And it's just absolutely the perfect ingredient here for this type of salad. And it grows wild around here in the Puglia region, so certainly that's what we're going to want to use. So we've got arugula, and we've got about a little over a half of a pound of arugula, just to give you a heads up on measurements, okay? We're going to throw some prosciutto in there. Now this is prosciutto from Parma, so it's buono, absolutely delicious. And I got about 4 to 5 thinly sliced pieces of prosciutto, and what we're going to do with that is we're going to tear it. You don't want to cut it up. You want it a little bit more rustic. So you're going to tear that arugula. You're going to tear the prosciutto, and you're going to set it, mix it all right in the salad. Okay. Now on the other end of it here, we're going to want some shrimp. So I went down to the market. I bought some shrimp. I got about a half of a pound, maybe a tad more of shrimp, and I already prepped them. So I'll show you exactly what I did. And then they've been soaking here in olive oil for a little bit with a little bit of thyme and some garlic and some salt and pepper, and that's it, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to go over the stove and we're going to grill it. So what I did with garlic is I put 2 cloves of garlic. I put about 3 to 4 tablespoons of olive oil. Like I said, a couple of grinds of the black pepper and a pinch of salt. And like I said, some herbs. So that's going to basically saute right in the griddle, and that's going to be fantastic. Now when we grill this, we're going to want to grill it in some more olive oil. We're going to add about 3 tablespoons of butter, okay? And then we're going to add some white wine. Now this is one of my favorite wines. This is a Bambino Bianco. Bambino means baby, Bianco means white, and it's a beautiful a winery right over here in San Severo, Italy. So it's a Puglia wine or Puglian wine. Absolutely delicious, very light, very bright. Perfect. We're going to drink that wine with this dish. Always best to cook with that same white wine. We're going to use a couple of lemons. These are right from our farm here. So we've got a couple of lemons that we're going to use in order to make our dressing. And a simple dressing is going to be salt, pepper, olive oil. We're going to use lemons as our acid, if you will. And that's about it. It's going to be that simple. So let me show you real quick. When I bought the shrimp down here at the market, what I did is I bought them just like that. Look at that puppy, right? So look at that thing, so fresh, it's still moving on us, right? So I just want to show you a real quick way to clean that. Now what I did is I grabbed a oyster knife, okay, so it's not really sharp, okay, it's kind of like a butter knife, if you will, on each side with a nice point. And I'm going to basically open the fresh, raw scampi, the raw shrimp, with the knife, okay? So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to break the head off the shrimp. So after you break the head off the shrimp, it gets a little nasty, I know. If you got a weak stomach, don't watch. So you're going to pull that off, okay, the head, and then you're going to break the tail off. So if you can see what I'm doing, you just want to break and twist the tail off, all right? And then you're going to take the oyster knife, and you're just going to pull it under that skeleton, what's called an exoskeleton, and just follow it up nice and gentle. Now I didn't devein them, the shrimp. And you're just going to open them up, and that's it. And sometimes you'll get lucky And I did. So see how that opens right up? Isn't that beautiful? So you need to rinse that off with some water, you throw it right in, and you're ready to go. Alright guys, so I've got the pan, it's just starting to get hot, okay? So I'm going to throw some olive oil in there. Like I said, just a couple tablespoons of Vito and Joe's extra virgin olive oil, if I didn't talk to you about that. So this is olive oil you can get right online. This is right from our farm. It's peppery, it's herba, it's earthy, and you can get it right on Amazon, or you can buy it on our Facebook, or you can buy it right on our website, Cooking Italian with Joe. Comes in liters, half-liter containers, absolutely delicious. So make sure after the video you jump right online and grab some olive oil. We're going to throw some butter in. We got about 3 tablespoons of butter. We're just going to get that butter going, and we want to get this hot. Now we're not going to fry it, but we want to just saute it, but just a tinge more than saute. We want to heat it up just a little bit more. We don't necessarily want to caramelize it, but we definitely want it warm. So this is going to get nice and warm. You know, I use the word hot reluctantly. And once this is ready, we're going to throw the shrimp in there. Once the shrimp is close, we're going to throw a splash of the white wine in there, and it's going to be ready to rock and roll. And we put sal together, and it's really that simple. So, okay guys, butter's done. There's my shrimp, right, my scampi that I've had marinating for the day with some garlic and salt, pepper, a little thyme. You'll see the shrimp, see how they immediately start to change color? See that? So, and I'll tell you the smell in here, oh my God. So just make sure everything's even. I got a little Dean Martin playing in the background here. Okay, now that everything's been flipped, real quick, I'm just going to do a little bit of white wine, just a splash of my Bambino Bianco, and you're going to see, oh, I'll tell you the smell in here, unbelievable. And the reason I like to add it right near the end is I don't want it to stop the cooking process, first off. And when you add moisture, it'll change how it sautés. So once it's really, with the oil, the fat, is kind of grilled it down, then when you add the liquid, again, you've already gotten the result, if you will, the texture from the hot grill with the fat. And I'll tell you, like I said, the smell in here, if you could smell that right there, oh my God. And that right there is done. So you're all set. I'm going to turn the heat off. All right, guys, that's done. That's beautiful. So I'm just going to move this over to the side, and we're going to use a little bit, not a lot, but just a couple tablespoons of that juice with the wine in it, and the butter and the olive oil, along with some of our own olive oil, Vito and Joe's, best in the world, right? And we're going to add some lemon to it, and we're going to make the dressing out of it, a little salt and pepper. It's going to be absolutely delicious. So I'll meet you back over the table. Hey, guys. All right, so I'm going to let that cool for a second, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get that prosciutto, right? And I'm just going to tear it up. I'm going to tear that prosciutto up so you can put it right in the salad. You're just going to tear the prosciutto up, okay? And then it'll come in strips. See that? How it comes in nice strips? And that's what you want. So you just want those little strips. So there's our prosciutto, okay? Then I'm just going to grab a bowl here, okay, with a spoon. I'm going to grab my shrimp, okay, right over here, right, which is now relatively cool. And I'm going to take some, not all, but I'm just going to take maybe 3 to 4 tablespoons of that beautiful juice, right, from the shrimp. Okay, just a little bit, okay, because we're going to make a great sauce. Then I'm going to grab a lemon from our farm, okay, and then what I'm going to do, and I'm just going to put my hand over there to prevent any of the seeds. So I'm going to take the juice of about a lemon to a lemon and a half, okay. It's a great dressing, I'll tell you, it's bright and light, and look at that, is that great? And the lemon will give you your acid, right? And guys, I'm telling you, that's it, right? So I'm going to take my prosciutto, I'm just going to check a few when I put them in there, okay? I'm going to put my prosciutto in there, right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my shrimp, okay? And these are relatively, I don't want to say cold, but they're cool. You got that beautiful sauce, which you can, great to dip some bread in later or something if you want. And then I'm going to take my salt, okay, and pepper. Did that in the opposite direction, but I know you were following me. And then I'm going to grab some Vito and Joe's extra virgin olive oil, okay? So then I'm going to throw a little bit in there. You like all my little plugs? Here's my salad dressing, okay? And you don't necessarily even need to use it all, right? And I'm going to just drizzle that over the top. Like I said, a little Parmesan or Romano if you want. And that is just like one of the best summer salads. I'm gonna use it all you're ever gonna have, okay? And now I'm just gonna go ahead and put a nice plate together. Okay, so what I do is I'll grab some arugula, you know, and that prosciutto, right? And then maybe make sure I got a shrimp or two, you know, just to plate it so it looks great. All right, guys, so I'm just gonna hit it with a little pepper on top because that's my fave. Look at that, is that awesome? So the perfect bite here is a little arugula, a small piece of prosciutto, you know, your surf and turf here, and a shrimp, okay? Oh, you can smell the arugula, the olive oil. Oh my God, that is good. And the lemon, my mouth is watering. Oh my God. You know, the shrimp is almost sweet, along with the prosciutto. There's almost like a sweetness to it. You know, and you got that white wine. And it goes so perfect because the arugula is a little bit on that bitter side with the pepper. I mean, that is unbelievable. My God. I feel like I'm in Puglia, Italy. Oh wait, I am. Guys, that is absolutely delicious. Thanks for joining me on a beautiful, simple, light, refreshing, good for you summer salad here in Puglia, Italy, in my villa. Casa here in Vico del Gargano, guys.
Good
Spend
life.
some time with your family, set your heritage,
Full
buy
of
some Vito and
fun
Joe's olive oil.
seems
Have a
to
great week.
be
Until next
the
week.
ideal.
Bon appetito.